Why not? This is the second time today that our OBS crashed. Let's see. Alrighty, we are in game. And for the viewers, if you do see any issues, do feel to nudge me or type in the chat. Alright, so Joey, I'll let you explain the map for Vic Dark. I mean, Dynamite, as we know him. What do you think?
Second. So there we go, Slavs against Incas. Oh, not the best matchup for Incas. So let's start with the Darks map. He's playing on the top. We see already Ming stone on the front. Ming gold pretty safe on the back. Not the best, but should be fine. And he got also a second gold safe on the back. The third gold is on the side, right side. And all two boards seems to be inside. So that's it. I think it's a playable map at least. It's not that bad. You could
Absolutely. I
go with
agree.
boom.
The
That's
only big issue I see is his stone is pretty in a bad spot, but he does have the upper stone, and if he was to wall the 10 tiles between the top to the tree, I think he could delete the other gate and the wall, and he would still have access to that stone practically inside his base. His main gold is
sure.
pretty safe. I mean, it could be better, but it's really not in a bad spot at all. As well, the TC could be either side. And then he has a little bit second stone, deer in the back, boar, sheep, everything in the back, and does have a back base. Let's look at a little bit of Evo's map. I mean, he does have a boar outside, but that should not matter since no laming. His stone is practically in one spot, which could be very terrible if he managed to get rushed over there. The gold is very front, and the other back gold is also very next to the wall. So this I would take Dark's map over this one anytime.
Yeah, I think so. It's
Yep.
not the best map at all, and I think if Dark is going to scout this early, he could even go for Trash, which is a really good option with this map.
Mm-hmm. And
What
if
he's
there,
not really
this is
doing.
why I rather choose. I would try to make them play the next match on my map, even if I have to give it to them at the very last spot. As you can see, Dark did get his deer very back, safe in the back, and I believe Evo's gonna have a very troubling time getting those deer into his base. What do you think?
Oh, oh, I did not even see
Those
that. Oh,
deer
that's
are
really
in
bad for him.
China compared to the distance from his TC. I would definitely say they are in China for him. That
Yeah,
is
for sure.
about 100 tiles or whatever, 80 tiles away from his TC diagonally, which is not going to be easy for him to even lure a deer or maybe maximum two if he could.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's really bad for him.
His map is wallable on the left, on the top right side. If he was to make a little house between that little tree island and the top, he could secure his stones inside. That would actually not be a bad move in mid to late game. And as you can see, he had to delete his wall to get his boar already in.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a big problem because if Dark is going to trash, he will not go that way because there is literally nothing to pressure.
You
So I
are
think it's
correct.
fine.
You are correct. He doesn't achieve a whole lot coming from that angle. He would definitely achieve a whole lot if he saw the front gold over there, which would definitely make a whole lot of issues at that point.
But seems like he's not really scouting the enemy map. He's just going for deers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe he feels himself just safe to boom with that map, and he's not going to do any aggression in
Uh,
Middle Asia. Maybe
what
castle.
what do you think about the Civ matchup in this case? I mean, it is Slav versus Inca, and as we were kind of talking about, that Slavs are probably the safest choice in the tournament just for their insane eco. I mean, you can't go wrong. We already saw what happened against Vikings. Not that Inca is going to be similar position as Vikings, but it's not going to be easy for them either. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's almost a Z win in this case. I prefer Slavs of Incas, of course. Oh, seems like Victor is going to trash. He has already 2 villages on gold. Maybe a boostman rush, something like that. He's 5 on gold. I mean, his uptime was so fast. Yeah, he's going
it is
forward with
trash,
4
and
villagers.
I do believe that's what he spotted the front goal, and this is going to be a trash. But don't you think his villagers are going to be slightly late? He's building the barracks at home.
Probably yes.
I would prefer to walk the wills all the way there and then put a barracks right where your first tower is, so you can reinforce much quickly. Because at this point, he will be late, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll be late, that's for sure.
And if he's gonna use his gate, he will be a whole lot later.
I would prefer to see one villager at home doing the barrack and the other 4 just to go forward and build the towers as soon as possible.
Sure.
Because,
what we should watch out is for that gold. Are we going to see archers or perhaps upgrades for villagers? Because we do know Inca villagers with blacksmith are going to be extremely strong and could. Oh, there we go. Well, actually, his timing was pretty perfect. I misjudged that. I don't know how he calculated that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it will be too late, but it was completely fine. Well, I think he's gonna play archers because if you go for villagers upgrade, you don't even need the barracks.
Absolutely, you do not need that either.
And I don't even think he's going to do eagles because in that case you will prefer to have your barrack forward and not at home like he made. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, he's doing an archer range. Yeah, archer range is coming up. There we go.
In my opinion, this was the right move versus Slavs. Even though Slavs will go up faster because of their insane eco, but he kind of knew that...
And you don't need gold for infantry blacksmith upgrades.
Oh, thank you so much, Chris. And also thank you for reminding me that I do have voice enabled in the OBS for this. I will turn that down instantly. Yes, you are right. As we said, he is going archers over here, and he does not want to let Slavs get into the late game. And as we already said, his map is pretty bad.
What happened?
No, we just had a little issue with chat, which I just fixed. And Chris pointed out that you don't need actually gold for upgrades for your blacksmith for your first upgrades for your infantry, which I kind of did not know. Not an Arabia player, man. Now, why is he making the tower there later than while the archers are
I don't really like that tower because.
Yeah, and the archers are already there, and this is really bad.
I would prefer to see a tower on the right side, where the main stone is actually.
Right. Yeah, and that tower is never gonna go up. Those archers
and he denied his main gold already.
Yes. Now, from the point of view of Evo, he does see there is a gold back over there, so he should be fine. And yeah, he would need a tower very soon, and if I were him, I would build a tower next to his stone right away, because those villagers will be in no later than a minute. And there we go. He's doing it.
Makes sense. And even an outpost would make a lot of sense close to the walls, just to check if the opponent is going to build towers outside to deny his main stone.
Right, that makes sense. I love my outpost, as you saw from my previous games. I would just go. It's not literally an outpost rush, but
rush, man.
It's not for disrespect, but it gives you the sense of what's coming out of the base, right? That's what I would do it for, and that's what you could exactly use here is town watch a little bit if you can afford, if you want to afford that, And maybe an outpost here or there would even be so much vision. And even if... Now, the problem what I see is Dark did scout those stones. Why doesn't he walk outside from the other side and put it from the outside in a sneaky way?
Yeah, just one villager, man.
Yep, that's all he would need. Because
So this last guy is going scout. Zik, did you see this?
yes, I did see that.
Scout.
But to be honest, I do not see what that achieves from either of the players. Is he going to... Like, he even showed his scouts now. Is he just gonna go from the back of the towers and try to kill this? Okay, that's what he's trying.
Oh, we deleted the house.
That wouldn't be a bad move if you can get a few villagers. Those scouts are not achieving a whole lot, are they? Other than killing a enemy scout and
maybe another wheel down and there. Oh no.
Not really, no. And a lot of arch. Oh, and this will be such a backfire, because if you notice, that house is gonna go down, and there will be a ton of archers coming right here. This is not a good.
Blacksmith coming up. Did you do flashing at all? I did not. Okay, that's really bad.
Yeah, neither of the only Dark has fletching. The resources are in such a way that no one will be going up anytime soon, and the wood line is denied. I have a really bad feeling about this game. This Trush just turned really horrible with that little break-in that happened over there.
Oh, he has a lot of archers inside his base.
Yeah, this is bad. Like, this is, in my opinion, extremely bad. He will just punch his way through those houses. It wouldn't matter at this point. And Chris is pointing out, this is more like Arabia style for him. And yes, Chris, it is. Oh, by the way, we have first, second villager down from
second villager. Oh,
yep.
boy.
It is full Arabia, as I mentioned. From what I know is Dark is more of an Arabia player in the last few months, as we have known him, than Arena. He's very formidable in Arena, as you can see, but he is using his Arabia knowledge here to pretty much go full archers. Don't care about going up anytime soon, but, you know, go with all-in archers. As you can see, in my opinion, Dark will be actually up before Evo. What do you think, Joy?
Yeah, I think too, because this love guy did a lot of idle time and invested a lot into scouts. I think he did like maybe 6 scouts.
And he has more right now. He has 5 more 1 in the stable, and 4 more 1 in the stable and 3 standing over there. So yeah, we probably think 10 scouts over here at most, and that's 1,000, almost 1,000 food, right? Almost. And yeah, he lost villagers too. You're absolutely right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 idle farms. Not that bad at this point of the game. It's not that good, sorry.
Absolutely. For a second, I was like, oh, okay. Even, I mean, they are Slav farms after all. And here's the thing. Do you notice? Dark is making a lot of archers. Like, he has a lot over there, but he still has on top as well. He does not want to give this control anyway, for any circumstance.
He's just trying to do so much damage as possible, but I would really like to see one tower on the right side near those 2 stones, because he doesn't have anything there, actually.
You are absolutely right. The moment Dark decides to go that way, and I do not believe that could be denied by Evo at that point, because he has so many archers, and if he adds 1 spear into that, 1 spear, and then those scouts kind of start becoming useless, right?
By the way, Dark is stopped into Castle Age.
I just noticed, and as we see, Evo is getting wheelbarrow, and I do believe Evo wants to go up, but I mean, look at his food count. His food eco is so low, even with Slavs.
Yeah. Another wheel going down. Oh boy, boy. What do you think is Dark going to do in Castle Age? Crossbow upgrade for sure. Botkin arrow. That's what I'm expecting. Maybe a seed workshop could make sense. Wonder what do you
At this point, I really think he could do anything to win this. He could just make a siege workshop and keep those towers, get them guard towers, and just boom, even 40. See what's gonna happen. Nothing wrong can happen. Simply because look at the map control he has been given over here. I mean, the only one little issue I do see from Dark is that he did not scout the rest of the map, which he should. If he does that right now, with even one archer, he would spot the outside gold that Evo is comfortably taking from the last 10 minutes. But other than that, I think he is in a very comfortable place. He could either choose to boom, he could make a siege workshop or guard towers.
He just
and
made 2 barracks, Wonder. And this researching forging, I think is going Eagles.
Yep, and Eagles would work. That wouldn't be a bad idea, but remember one thing: if Slavs do go a few knights, Eagles would not be in the best position. As you know, we do see a stable from there, but again, he's kind of in that position where there's so many towers around. I think he can, even if he goes Eagles, he doesn't have to do damage. He can just run back and forth back to his towers and, you know, force the fight under those many towers, which could be guard towers very soon if you want it. And why do I have a feeling that this game is not going to be very long if Dark decides to play a little aggressive? But as we are speaking, do you notice the TC coming on that gold?
Let me check.
On top. So he is definitely going to take the lead in villagers right away with that extra TC up there. Now the question is, there is 1 barracks, there is 2 and 3 barracks in total. How much is he going to commit on Eagles? And yes, Chris, he does have a wheelbarrow. Dark is just getting wheelbarrow now, but P2 did do wheelbarrow before clicking up to Castle Lake. But sadly, there is no production in the barracks, so he's not really making Eagles.
Yeah, he's a little bit low on gold actually.
Yep, he has nowhere near the amount of the villagers he does need for his gold production at this point. But he is doing a 3rd TC as well, so he actually chose the safer route is to get ahead in
economy.
Yes.
I think just a monk rush in this case could be the GG instant. Just like 4 or 5 eagles and full monk rush, and the guy will be GG. Because he has so many map control, you know.
But I think it's already GG because do you see what those 3-4 eagles already did? They don't care about the scouts. They are just going for villagers, and he wants to make sure his villager count is no more than 30. Those knights, as I pointed out, are doing not a too bad job versus eagles. But as I said, his idea is not to give a shit about, you know, knights or losing his eagles. He just wants to kill villagers at this point, and that's exactly what he will do. Look at that wood line now. Idle again.
Yeah, and he also lost so many villagers, man.
I mean, the villager count is already 13 vills at this point, and I mean, yes, Slavico is great, but look at it. I mean, right now he has no farming. He's on a single TC. I mean, at this point, look at the score difference as well. It's a little above 1,000 points as well.
I think it's GG at this point.
Yeah, this is really Arabia without walls. If you were to, Arabia with walls. If you were to delete these walls, this would be definitely Arabia. And Evo did have a bad map, and he kind of got really punished. And those are now crossbows.
With Botkin arrow, yeah, I think it's over.
Yeah. And as you can see, he's not even trying to kill much. He's just trying to annoy the life out of this guy and just idle him as much as he could. And I think that is working pretty well at this point.
Yeah, and this booming 3TC behind this.
Yes. And he's already 62. And as I said, he did bring that will count down from 41 to mid-30s as we are speaking. And that 1/1 eagle that is still coming, running around, I think it will keep doing that. And oh, there we see a monk, which you pointed out. So a few monks and those knights are useless as well. So Evo is deciding to build a castle right there to clean up those guard towers and hopefully get his gold back soon. But that's not where I would have built my castle if I was in this situation. You know why? He does that's nothing.
That's literally nothing,
Yeah.
because he can still pressing his main goal from from outside. I mean,
I would delete the
having a
4
tower.
farms under his TC and build it where those 4 towers and those 2 barracks and monastery is. That's where I would try to build my castle. So I can burn those buildings with my castle. So I don't understand why that castle is there. He may get that gold on top, but then there's still tower behind that, which he's not gonna reach. So, yeah. This is just gonna be difficult.
It makes not really sense to play more. He should just call GG and go to the next game. He took so many damage. Look at this. Evo is doing a TC outside on the wood line, actually, between the wood line and the stone.
While speaking, King Cat Wonder wanted me to mod, but I declined because I just modded you. So good luck with that. You may fix the night bod. I don't know what's wrong with it. If you guys are saying that there is something wrong with it, I will give it privileges again. Nightbot is already a moderator, so maybe Nightbot is just having a fancy issue over there. Chris, I'll make you a mod as well, okay? Everybody can be a mod in my channel. There we go. Alright, so Rams are there. And I mean, at this point, you should look at the population difference. It's just 82 versus 37. It's double. And as we speak, he is comfortably 3 TCs in the home. More barracks coming up. Do you think he will just stick to Eagles at this point and just, you know, win with sheer numbers?
Yeah, it makes sense, because the guy didn't have that ego to afford knights or even champions. I don't know. I think just full castle-age Eagles will clean everything. Yes, there.
I would say this was a very, very strong game by Dark. I mean, I know he's a pretty formidable player on Arena, but I guess this is where his Arabia skills are showing, and the GG is called.
There we go.
Well played from Dark, and really, really unfortunate map for Evo over here. Absolutely unfortunate map from Evo at this point.
That was actually the abusement rush from Winchester, what Dark did.
Really? And well,
Yeah,
Dark
Winchester.
Dark is in Winchester's clan now, which is VIK clan, and I wouldn't be surprised if he is learning from Winchester a little bit, or even Dench. I mean, Dench wouldn't be teaching him Arabia for sure. But absolutely, this was an Arabia game over here. Really, really, really perfectly timed Arabia game.
Yeah, but he played really well. Even his uptime was not the worst, in my opinion.
No, it was amazing with archers. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing with archers. And as I said, the kind of thing that kind of shocked us both is we were like, he will be late to that wall. And guess what? The moment he hit up, that's exactly when he hit the tower built right there. So that was couldn't be more perfect timing. Really, really,
yeah,
really amazing. Pretty surprised. Oh, somebody got.
Yeah, well, but I think he will rush the buff stone. That's why I said they will come too late, because they were a little
right,
bit
right. Absolutely. But to be honest, he really capitalized on that bad map, and this really hurt him hard. Okay, so let's go back to the civs. Well, Slavs is definitely out. Incas is definitely out. What civs do you think he would go next? Versus either Mayans, Malay, or Spanish. Which one would you pick at this point?
I will pick Incas for sure, man. No, it's fine. I don't know what he has left. Franks, Malians, and Portuguese.
Yeah, so I would think of it this way. He's either versus Mayans, Malay, or Spanish. And he has to win this game. So if you are in his seat, would you pick Franks, Malians, or Portuguese? Depending on, you could be versus Spanish or Malay or even a full archer civ like Mayans.
I think it will be Portuguese Spanish because in that case I would try to play aggressive, and I think Portuguese is the way to go.
Right.
Maybe a forward castle inside his base, something like that, and full YOLO castle-ish.
Absolutely, because what Spanish can do is if he picked Malian, Spanish could be quite problematic in Castle Age. For Malians, unless you want to go monks or camels, which is again not the camels wouldn't be ideal, but monks could probably work for Malians.
Yeah,
but
maybe
if
double monastery.
Yep, but if Malay showed up instead of Spanish versus Malian, Malay would, I think, definitely have a better advantage at this point. But yeah, let's see if it's Spanish, Mayan, Malay, or Portuguese, Malian, or Franks. The game should be starting soon. I will update the score. One moment. But very well played from Dark, I would say. Let me try moving his here. I forgot. There we go. All right. For some reason, the number is kind of up over here. All right. Number.
So they started.
Perfect. Perfect. I fixed that. All right. So 20 seconds and we will be in. I have my money on, for some reason, Mayans, and that he will go Mayans. Oh, he did not. Okay. So we have very interesting matchup. We have Malay and Franks. Why Franks though?
Okay, Malay and Franks.
Quite odd. I'll let you describe Dark's map again. What do you think?
Dark's map, let me check. So Dark is playing as Malay. I see already a main gold on the front, main stone 2, second stone outside. Only one, I think that's the extra gold actually. On the back, and yes, everything outside.
So this time, Dark is not the one with the brightest map over here. And one thing right away is that they did pick the Titanic map, which is a little bit more easier for the zebra and the one sheep under the town center. So not the worst map, that he does have one back gold, but he does have both stone in the most horrible place, one tower there, and it's pretty hard for him to defend. Let's look at Evo's map this time. He does have two back goals, very safe. Forward stone, another outside stone, kind of forward gold. But this time, thank God, he has a deer inside. So I really like his map much better than the last game, and I kind of want to see him win this game so we can actually be a third one. Because I definitely do not want this to end in this game itself. So what do you think
Well,
about the
all games
civs?
ended 2-0 in this tournament until yet.
Sorry.
All games ended 2-0.
Yeah, that is
Yep.
the thing. We didn't even have a single game that went to 3. That was so unfortunate. By the way, what do you think about the Civ matchup? So let's talk about Franks. What do you think Franks can do versus Malay in this?
Yeah, with a proper map, you could just boom, go scouts in Castle Age, one monastery, try to take the relics, and boom.
Boom
And maybe a
into.
forward cast, boom into paladins, I think. Paladins, skirm, something like that.
Okay.
And try to do a forward castle and push with them slowly. Traps, paladins, chivalry could be an option too. But I think we will see a trash again, because with that map I don't think Malawi is just going to boom, honestly. And he can use his uptime really well, and as we've seen last game, he's a really good trasher.
Really good. Late game Malay does have options as well. He could do the cheap elephants, but remember both civs do have halberdiers. Uh, uh, we have X-Men and hand cannoners definitely from Franks and a lot of cavalry, of course. But we do also have Arbalists from Malay. We have Karambits from Malay. We have monks from Malay. Like these are pretty open civs. Like a lot could be done here. But as you said, it wouldn't be surprising that if we saw another Trush, and the lag is quite there, I think, and I believe this is coming from Dark. Oh, did you
Yeah,
see that sheep dying?
I did not. Where?
Look at Dark's. This one,
Ah, okay. Oh
yeah,
boy, oh boy.
she
That's
went
really
full
bad.
Titanic and slashed the sheep in half. Now, if the lag is a lot and it's unplayable, I wouldn't mind if they would just save and exit and just restore, if that would help either of the players.
Yeah, if it's unplayable, it would
Yes.
make sense if just three.
So
So
let's
let's check
see
the
if
build
one of them
order.
complains again. If they do, we can intervene and let the players know to just save and restore. That would be any help. So surprisingly, both of them have taken pretty much all their extra resources. The last zebra is coming in for Dark, and I believe the last zebra will comes from Evo as well if he really wants it. He already got 3, so that should be already a whole lot. We do see 4 on the wood. Do you
Well,
think
he had
it's Thrush
4
again?
on wood too. So it's 21 pop. He's not going for low. Maybe one wheel more.
But what I don't like is he was only taking the board with 2 villagers, and now he's adding 3 and the other more, and now he's like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 source of food, 6 source of food, 7 source of food. I don't like this. There's berries, there's like 3 zebras, 1 sheep, and a boar and a farm. I don't think this was ideal from Dark. I did not actually like this. He should not be saturating food in such a manner.
Yeah, it's such a waste of food.
Yes, a
He's
lot.
doing another lumber camp.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be trash.
Yeah, so this is not Trush. But what we see is
Eva is up on 23 pop.
this is not going to be a Trush, I believe. Or is he scared that he's going to get Trushed?
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I think he's just hoping he may be getting Trushed, so he's kind of a little bit skeptical and paranoid about that. So he went up faster.
Oh, this is a terrible lumber mining camp in my opinion. Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, that's not so good. But
I would
maybe the
prefer
reason
to see a TC here and mining camp on the left.
Yes, that would have been so much better. But I think maybe he wants to put the TC on the other side to kind
Yeah,
of give
yeah,
it a little
probably,
bit.
probably.
Yeah. But yes, you're absolutely right. The TC could be so much better. But why 3 on gold? That's my question. Is it because he's gonna up so fast and he wants 3 over there, or?
Yeah, because it's Malay.
Yeah, he wants 3 over there for that reason. So let's look at the relic placement in this match because this is not a Trush game. 2 relics are actually, well, I would say 1 relic is definitely close to each player. Pretty much, both players have access to at least 1 relic, but I would say it's
But we have,
kind of a little bit more favored to Evo this time. What do you think?
yeah, I think
A
too.
little bit more because he
The
has
one
that
on the
top
middle
left.
is closer to Evo space, and he
Yeah.
also has another one on the left.
And the other one on the little mid bottom is also kind of more closer to, I think, Evo point. So let's see how that turns out. 4 on gold as well. Are we going to see monks?
Some monk action could be maybe double monastery. Maybe we'll add some more now before you click Castle Age.
Is he doing a 31 pop up, I think? Or 30 pop in this case?
Yeah, 30 because he will be
Yeah.
housed. I think he did not notice about it, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. He will be housed. Oh, by the way, yesterday's game, I did watch my replay, and I believe you said in the cast that I did not do the farm upgrade, the wheelbarrow, not the wheelbarrow, I mean the horse collar,
Horse
and
color.
I just thought I had it the whole game until the very late Imperial minute 40. I realized, why do I have
Yeah,
that
we
not
talked
done?
about that because he was doing scouts. And
Yeah.
usually you do horse color before they would upgrade that. So you
That
can
would make
put
a
one.
lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense where all my wood went the whole game.
Yeah, it happens. It's not
Absolutely.
too bad. So let's see. It seems like the Frank's guy it's not doing scouts. Not sure why.
I
Maybe
love
wants to play just
scouts.
one monastery.
I love
Yeah,
scouts.
especially if you are Franks with that food eco.
Franks, Teutons, any civ that gives you that extra food, why not take some map control? And this is coming from actually Chris. I mean, Chris as in Lays. He said either you do some scouts if you want with 1 monastery, or if you have a good civ for Smush, you do double monastery and then don't need to do scouts in that case. So I believe playing blindly like this would be dangerous unless he wants to do full, at least 2 monastery monks. He has a
There is
lot
a good
on gold.
mining upgrade. I'm not sure about this one. And yes, 6 villagers on gold. What do you think is he going to do?
Monasteries, but that would be very odd. Okay, we see 1 barracks. This is a really, really, really odd game, in my opinion. I do not understand because, like, look at his wood count.
Yeah, I've never seen this build order.
Like, just look at his wood. He's not gonna even have, like, he would barely have wood for his 1 TC, and that's about it. I mean, if he's gonna make a stable now, then he is nothing for even 1 TC. And whereas Dark is low on wood as well. But Dark is Castle Age. He is making 1 TC. He is making 1 monastery. I like this very much. So standard, nothing special. But I do not understand what Evo's plan is at this point.
He's setting a stable, pretty late in my opinion.
But where's the TC, man? Like, you need 1 TC for sure.
No TC coming up.
Like, you.
I mean, the meta should be just stable and 1 monastery, but he doesn't even have wood for a monastery and TC.
This is what I said. You could still do 2. I mean, you could still do 2 TCs, 1 stable, delay the monastery a little bit before your third TC because you already have scouts to clean up and buy yourself time. Or, by killing the enemy monks and whatnot. And then, you add your monastery a little, like, a minute late or something. But in this case, he is doing double stable? This is
Double
such
stable?
a...
I'm not sure why. Maybe he's expecting monks from the other player. But knights?
But then he doesn't have the food eco. He, like, the farms around that 1 TC is okay for his farm eco, his villager eco. Then he has like maybe 3-4 extra farms and he has double stables. That Chris would probably lose his mind right over here, trying to understand how. Okay, Chris, how many farms do you need for double stable production plus your 1 TC villager production? Do a quick maths and tell me how many would you need. He's doing 3 stables. What is this? This is masterpiece incoming, man. Oh.
By the way, Dark is going forward. He has 1 monastery more now. He's collecting relics, and I think we are going to see a little bit late monk rush now.
24 farms then. Okay, let's check his farm count. He has 13 farms. He is shy of literally 10 farms, and I do not understand why he would need 3 stables when he's barely going to produce out of 2.
Look at the vills count, Wonder. He just has 14 villages more already.
Well, that is the beauty of 1 TC, right? And while the other boy is sitting at 3 TCs, easily, happily booming with double monastery and everything. And that was the first conversion, by the way.
Yeah, he converted in 1 scout.
Oh, that's right there.
I don't think knights are the best options against monks, honestly.
This is... I don't want to say this, but I really think he is either very stressed out and he can't think straight what's going on and what his plan is. Or maybe he just wants to show the viewer something really, 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 really new.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just...
Yeah, King
you should
Ken.
just put a barrack before you click up to before you click up to feudal age, 1 stable, and when you reach castle age, 1 monastery. What is deleting walls? He wants to engage this, okay?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4 monks, so -4 knights, I would say, instantly. Which is fine. I mean, he would clean up 400 gold right over there.
Yeah, but he invested so much, man. For what? And he's playing 1 TC.
So, okay, that smash failed, obviously, with that amount of army. But then, who gives a shit, right? That those knights are not gonna break into Malay's base any time without siege, and all Malay will do is just go up. And look at the villager difference, and we still see 1 stable.
So he's going for the siege workshop, I guess. He will try to break in.
Okay. We do see a little barracks from Malay. I mean, he maybe wants to do a little bit of spikes, but this is definitely a new meta. And yes, Chris, you're right. Trash do have a very different play style with every civ, in my opinion. This is quite new for us.
Never seen this before. Not sure if it's worth it.
Welcome, Niman. We were just thinking about you.
Oh boy.
Niman is in the chat while the bot is spamming Niman is king every 5 minutes. Okay. So light cav as well, and still 1 TC. And the pop difference will be double in the next 2 minutes. What do you think? 4 villages.
I think so. He's doing a ram and 1 mango now.
I mean, do you...
I'm really not sure about this strategy.
This
guys.
is a very odd strategy for sure. I mean, do you...
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, if you have a castle and if you can go for Peters, it could maybe work, but in this case, just with a ram, I mean, he can just do a mangonel behind this and try
Yeah,
to
and
kill
just
his
buy
ram so he
himself
can
time
attack.
until he gets 200 pop wills like this. Really, it wouldn't be a problem. I mean, he could put like 4 more TCs, disrespect TCs all over his base, and just stand there. And I think what in next 10-minute game time, by minute 35 he can be 200 pop, while I doubt with the build Evo is doing, he would be even 100 pop in the next 10 minutes because he's like 41 villagers, man. This is pretty much GG, you know. By minute 25 if you are 41 wills. The only time you would want to be 41 wills is if you're Eddie, you're already imp, and you have like 5 castles in somebody's face by now. The old Eddie.
What do you think about Malay's choice? He's going arbalest, seems like. He did the crossbow upgrade already. And he's also adding archer range.
I think he's pretty confident because he knows he has a lot of monks. So even if he gets, like, how many monks does he have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's say from 8 he even gets 7 conversions. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? That's not bad. And then the archers are not going to be too bad. But those are Frankish knights that do have +2. So yes, the idea for archer may be not the brightest. But look right now what he's doing. Pikemen and redemption. So he's going to make sure nothing comes to his base. But I do still think he needs a siege workshop. To at least kill the rams. Or maybe he has 300 IQ that he wants to convert that mangonel and then kill the rams with that mangonel. What do you think?
Oh boy, it's a really bad move that he doesn't have a siege workshop on his base.
So those are definitely gonna walk in his base.
Bad mistake.
Yes. And I mean, yes, that is 1 TC 40 pop, but maybe we're gonna see a new meta. Like a really.
Should now just convert the mango and try to wall so that make sure that the knights are not coming in.
I mean, come on, if somehow, which I still doubt, if Dark loses his game to a guy with 46 pop villagers while he's 100 almost, that will be pretty titanic. At least, you know what I want to see? Is inside wall. Between that goal to his archery range and all over. Oh, that got converted. Did you see the mango? Yes. That was pretty fast conversion. Oh. This is hard.
There we go. Let's
2 knights. Oh, 2 knights, but those monks are gonna die. That wasn't the best micro in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Joy, this could be game-changing right now as we speak.
Yeah, just because
those archers will get shredded because the rams are there as well. There are no monks left. There are no archers left. And this is a full 3k masterpiece incoming from Kebab. Hey, I'm rooting for Kebab. Kebab, go, man. Go for it.
And I don't understand why he did just the crossbow, because the other guy was doing only cavalry.
Well, as I said, he could do crossbow, but then he has to make sure he gets every single conversion from every single monk there. Do you know what I mean? He got 2, and then he wasted like 9 monks. Oh, there's a hole. Oh, boy.
New meta.
Oh, shit. There are pikemen there, but I think if he just gets that, kills that barracks, it would be pretty fucked up then.
Yeah, he should go for scorpions now. Could be an option.
Those pikemen have absolutely no attack upgrades, so they will not do good versus those knights. I would want to, yes, and I do want to see very quickly either a scorpion switch or at least the last upgrade.
Look at the woodline, Zik. Look at the woodline. Oh boy. This could be the game change, guys.
Hey man, 49 wills versus 109. That's the new meta. Kebab confirmed. Oh boy, the chat is going crazy. They're saying Kebab strats are too strong, man. Oh boy, that is indeed the case. And look at those poor villagers trying to kill the ram.
It's just unbelievable, guys.
This is
I think Dark is not expecting the Frank guy to be 1 TC because of the score difference, you know.
And he's still 1 TC, but you know what's gonna happen? Look at his stone count. There's a castle going to come right in his base in the next, I think, 1 minute. What do you think about that?
Oh, he's on zone. Yeah, they missed that.
Maybe where that TC is, I want to see a castle in that place of TC. If he does that for any reason, I will donate extra $10 to this guy to do that. If he will do that by mistake. This is what I want to see. A castle where those farms are. If that happens, I'm putting extra $10 from my pocket on this guy. I mean, now it's 2 TC versus 1 TC. If you can kill one more, I would not be surprised.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So he's adding more TCs outside, like 3. Are those TC? Yeah, those are.
I have
more
a
TC
message
coming up from LA. Do you like that mining camp on the top from Evo's Grace Wonder?
Mining camp on top of Evo. You mean the TC outside? Oh no, Evo's base. Oh shit. Okay, that's a marathon there. Villagers trying to run there. Like at this point, come on, just put it. Like at this point, come on, just put a TC. Like I would Oh, he just put a TC. As I said, look at this. He just put a TC. Look at that. He finally put a second TC. And he did fix that mining camp right away. That is pretty impressive. And okay, there's one issue though. There are way too many pikemen, but somehow the villager count is very close now. What do you think about that?
Just lost the 150 pop.
Oh my god.
Just because of 2 mangoes. You should have done just 2 mangoes, man. Oh,
yeah, but I wanted to see that castle a little bit more closer. I mean, at this point, if he switches to throwing X-Men, this would be perfect because throwing X-Men will technically eat those pikemen for breakfast, and if he can still keep producing the knights non-stop, which he's not at the moment, this could be a game changer. What do you think?
Yeah, he's doing X-Men already, but I don't think he has the eco of it.
But he wants to go up. That's why. Look at his... And he's up! Oh, boy! He's up to Imperial Age. Do you think that's a good move, though? And giving time Dark to recover by the time he spends 1,000 wood, 1,000 food and 800 gold over there. I mean, those could be potentially like 12, 13 more knights or even more stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, but I mean, Dark has already a lot of pikes, or he had, I don't see. Yeah, he has 22 pikes, so it makes no sense anymore to just waste gold into those knights. And the villagers count, it's not that different anymore, so I think he can just, because he knows he did already the damage, he can just go imp and try to boom a little bit behind this and...
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the army composition here. Maybe X-Men could be an option, even cavalry, yeah, of course.
But this kind of blew me away, honestly.
Paladin skirms, I don't know.
But as I said, this really blew me away, Joey. And now we have 3 TCs from practically Franks as well. But do you see how he has deleted his walls? I mean, wouldn't you re-wall that place again? I mean...
it was pretty unnecessary. I mean, you can just do a gate and your knights can still go outside. You don't have 10 stables production that you need so many places for your knights, you know what I mean?
Yes. But Dark is on how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TCs. He's trying his hard to recover, but guess what? He did recover, man. He is back to 94 pop as we speak. Yes. So he went from 60 to 94 in like less than 3-4 minutes. He did that. But look at his resources. He has no gold whatsoever. Not a shred of gold. That main gold cannot be taken, so he's not going to be up anytime soon. Do you think Kebab will take this game?
Yeah, it could be because he also don't have stone actually.
He
Yeah,
can
only
take
one.
that stone, the one outside his TC, but he's not even mining it at this point. But he did one good thing though. Do you see that he made his 6th TC on that gold outside?
On that gold,
Yeah. So
I just realized.
we practically, and we're having a 4th TC from Evo as well. So practically what we see is a one, in this game, one guy on 1 TC and the other guy on 6 TCs. What do you think?
Oh boy.
Oh man, this couldn't
Yeah,
get
it's a
any
fun
better.
game, that's for sure, but I'm just not sure about the meta, so.
Well, I wasn't sure either until we saw one guy going from 100 and whatever shit pop to 0 pop. But here we do see Rams with pikemen
I'm just
inside.
watching on it.
With archers coming back. So the archers can easily kill those X-Men. But this will be a pickle fight. Like, if he loses this castle, this will be bad for Evo. Because he doesn't have any reinforcement coming soon.
And he has only 15 army.
Yes.
Oh, that's so bad.
Like, that is a lot of army. That is 60 military versus 16.
He's attacking the castle with pikes, man. Oh boy.
That castle will go down.
I really like this game.
This guy, these both are full troller boys, man. Full troller boys, honestly. Okay, so the X-Men disappeared because of the archers in the back. The pikes are still there, so we have 12 versus 49 military. And those cavaliers are not in the numbers or with the upgrades to actually fight those many pikes at any time soon. What do you think?
Yeah, the military count is just too different. It doesn't have any chance. And if Dark can afford even Albertier, the game might be GG.
What I do think is, if I don't want to say this, but I have a hunch that the moment Evo sees he's gonna reach Imperial in the next 10 seconds, he will call it. Because then he knows those pikes are halberdiers, those archers are arbalists, and then he will be under siege.
Yeah, right now.
With ramps.
So what's the first choice? Albertier, probably.
Arbs, I mean, he does have 600.
Yeah, there we go.
That helps right there. Yeah, I think Halb's Rams at this point is going to do all the damage because there's only one castle and there's not going to be a whole lot of X-Men to actually kill the Rams or the Pikes or the soon-to-be Halberdiers there with even normal crossbow behind. I mean, those numbers for Cavalier is going up close to 20, but then again, there's no last armor upgrade or even the attack upgrade which are necessary. And here's the thing, it's 137 wills versus 90.
Dark is playing really well, man. Really well. Of course, he did a mistake in Castle Age, but he was able to.
You know, Dark could have won this game so easily if he wasn't too how can I say,
comfortable, probably.
Yeah, too relaxed about those Rams and Mangonels. He could have just, you know, got his own siege workshop and just made one Mangonel and keep trading that until, you know, he, you know.
Not even Wonder, because he had redemptions already. The only one thing he had to do is just to convert that Mangonel
and kill the Rams
outside,
with it.
And well, because he had no mangoes to kill those.
That's why I said if he did one siege workshop with one Mangonel, or just even revolt behind and just delay that stupid knights and scouts inside his base, he could have just easily won this game like 20 minutes ago, right?
Yeah, man, for sure.
So he's desperately trying to keep that castle alive because he knows if that goes down, there's open floodgate for his base for a guy who has like practically 6 CCs at this point. I have a bad feeling that castle will go down.
Yeah. And he's sacrificing so many cavaliers.
On halberdiers. Not even on arbalists, on halberdiers. It should be the other way around. Those X-Men should be fighting those halberdiers with scorpions while archers are being fought by cavalier. But that was the opposite. That's not exact. That's exactly what opposite happened.
So Maui was able to keep that castle up.
Yeah, now it's a stabilized game in my opinion. I mean, look, we have... Oh, no. That TC is getting raided by Halberdiers already in the corner. And there's a siege workshop coming up. I mean, at this point, Dark has the whole map. If you look closely. He has the whole map. The whole world is right there.
I think on this point of the game, he should try to do just skirms, because he can counter all these units just with skirms. Skirms, cavaliers, something like that.
Yeah, that would actually work really well. I would want to see chemistry very soon, so he can switch into a few bombard cannon. I mean, the resources are not too bad. He does need more villagers, Joey. I see 95. I want to see another extra 25 over there.
Yeah.
That would really,
sure.
really be good.
Let me check if he's producing more. Not really. Seems like he's investing everything on those paladins and X-Men.
Yeah, but then he needs that
Which
plus
is really
4.
bad, because he needs some trash units.
Even more than trash units. I mean, get the plus 4 for your cavalier. You have so many. You need that plus 4, right?
Sure.
Because look, he's gonna just like okay, right now he's pushing with rams. The moment he gets his own castle and like or even bombard cannon, this is gonna be so hard for Evo to defend at this point without having at least all the upgrades on his army and a few, as you mentioned, the very needed skirms in this place.
So look, right now he should engage with the cavalier. There are not
that many helps at all. There are few helps in the ram, by the way. There are actually a lot. There's actually a lot. I just noticed. But yes, this is a good point. He should now see. This is not a bad fight because now he jumped the Arbalest with the Cavalier while he's killing the Halberdier with his X-Men. For the most
but
part.
I'm not sure why he's fighting against halbs.
Well, he turned around and fought them again. You're right. But still, he survived this second push. But this push will keep coming, keep coming. What do you think?
Yeah, of course, he's not losing that many gold at least. He's just spamming rams and halberdiers, some archers.
All right, we see archery range. Do you think this is what we were discussing right now, skirms?
Yeah, I think of course. I think it's the best choice he can do right now because
skirms and X-Men. Skirms and X-Men. Literally, skirms and X-Men because X-Men will eat up all the potential rams and potential longswordmen if they were to come, potential elephants if they were to come. They're like a very solid unit choice to eat up, you know, all the garbage that comes out of Malay, even karambits, and skirms to kill whatever shit's left, really.
Exactly. I would like to see just the Axemen, maybe light cav transition.
Sure, why not? Good. Why not? Light cav would be a great option for raiding.
Skirms.
But now he's taking a little bit bad fight again. I mean, he's kind of sending 3-3 Cavalier on those Arbalists with so many hells around. I want to see him go back. Sure, I can show Eva's resources. There we go. The relic count, people are asking, is 2-0. There are literally relics taking chill pill on the map, but man, I really want to say Dark is doing such a great job. Do you see this monk picking up the third relic
that's
over there?
That's what I'm watching right now.
This guy is doing everything correct. Well, other than letting the guy in his base like 20 minutes ago, which is kind of a really big Titanic moment, kind of lost the game. But he is doing the right thing, and even when that happened, he added extra TCs. He added 4 extra TCs after that and got himself to 6 TCs. Got back in the game in literally less than few minutes, and really, I think, I mean, look at the pop difference again. We have 200 pop versus 135. I do not think Evo will survive the next wave. He just does not have the numbers. What do you think?
Yeah, of course, but I would like to see some bomber cannons from
From
Malay or
both!
even
I want to see
Shred.
from both of them because at this point it is very needed. The only one mistake I do see from Dark is that he only has 4 villagers on stone. And
Yeah,
his
and the other
second
stone is
stone is also
completely
not
untouched.
touched. I want him to move a lot of those wood villagers, maybe I would say 5 to 10, and spread them on both of those stone mines. So he can get a castle soon, get conscription, get trebs, get his maybe a few karambits to raid. He needs that castle as Malay. He does need it.
Yeah, just one castle on the middle on the map.
Yes.
Maybe on the front of that gold, which he's taking right now.
Yes,
Close to this
absolutely.
junction.
So what do you think, like, let's look at the point of view from Evo. He does see health, he does see Arbalest, but then again he is missing the upgrade on that Cavalier. Like, those are such great units, why don't you get the last upgrade? He needs that, but I think he's prioritizing more on the skirms at this point.
Yeah, because he's running out of gold.
Very, very soon. Once that goal is gone, he has no
like in
shred of gold.
30 seconds.
Yes. And
He
that's
has
it.
one tile with 90 and the other one it's
So I think what we sadly going to see is him just trying to fight out one more army wave, regardless he wins or not this army. But there won't be a second army from him at all, in any case, for sure. And
yeah,
look
he took
at
bad fights, invest a lot in gold units.
yes. Look at those Cavalier melting to Arbalest and Halberdiers just because they're missing the very last upgrade. And this castle will potentially go down, and those Arbalests are comfortably firing behind.
Micro those arbalests to the trap. Did you see this thing?
Yes, I see this.
Oh boy, oh boy.
3K, man. As I said, Dark is playing 3K over here. Honestly. I mean, again, he survived it, but I will guarantee you we will not see any more Cavaliers at all. What do you think? Look at his gold count.
Yeah, of course, because he's out of gold and he doesn't have any relic.
But look at Dark's resources as well. He's 44 gold as well, but then he does have 3 relics. I want to see Dark picking up the extra 2 relics very fast. And he is taking the middle gold. He is taking the... Well, to be honest, guys, we ran out of gold in this map. Other than that middle gold over there. That's it. There's one middle gold that he's taking, and then there's no more gold.
This is probably the longest game we've seen in this tournament, Zik, until now.
Yeah, I think my first game with Derp was around 55 minutes or something, and this is definitely going into the 1 hour mark, but I have bad feelings. This game is over at this point. There's only 132 pop versus 185 and climbing. Like at this point, look, he's just standing under the castle. He doesn't give a shit. With Arbalest, right?
Yeah, he has a lot of them.
And Dark's resources are a lot better than Evo's, obviously. 1,000 food, 1,000 wood, not bad amount of gold. He will get a castle soon as well. Like he almost has 600 stone, so potentially can just put a disrespect castle where his castle is right now after that goes down, and then I think this will force Evo to realize that the score difference is almost quite getting over there. But I would still like to say that this was a great game. We have never seen such a masterpiece game.
Yeah, of course it was not really the best Castle Age I've ever seen, honestly. But,
obviously.
they was able to turn it in a good game in Pearl Age.
This was quite the masterpiece
really nice
though, right? This was quite the masterpiece. I mean, look at this trade-off as well. He parks his skirms in front of those other skirms while shooting one of the Arbalest in the back. Really nice.
Here more, oh boy, boy.
Yep, rams and skirms. That's what he's doing at this point with Arbalest. And he is picking up the 4th relic, by the way. As I said, he is still doing everything by the book, just not in the perfect order.
He's even deleting villagers.
Wow, he really...
Got 80 army right now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Because he can afford it. Look at his food count and wood count for skirms. I mean, he could delete another 20 wills and just go 20 more skirms. It wouldn't make any difference to him, right?
Sure.
It's just at this point, he's so comfortable in the driver's seat. He's like, alright, I have 4 relics. I have the whole map. This guy is left with nothing in his base, and I'm just gonna push with whatever I want at this point. This is a GV moment, honestly.
Yeah, it makes no sense to play more, honestly.
Well, we did say this 20 minutes ago. It makes no sense to play with 40 pop versus 80 pop, but then we did see a little bit magic over
yeah,
there.
of course.
But this is.
I mean, the game should.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's call it. But this was a very magical game, in my opinion, Joey. One of the most entertaining Castle Age games I have seen. What do you think?
Yeah, I think too, but it was just because Dark did some mistakes.
Really big mistake.
But thanks God he was able to
recover.
Come back.
Yeah. But to be honest, I thought when I saw him going from 100 and whatever pop he said to like 60 pop, I was like, oh man, what the hell is going on over here?
I would really like to interview those guys right now.
Absolutely. Let's call them right away. Let's go to at least the room of Dynamite is already with us.
Hello, Dynamite. How do you feel, man? Well played.
I feel excited. I won this game.
So let's wait for the other guy, then we will start the interview.
Yeah, I messaged him. Hopefully he will join very, very soon. Chris is asking, were you missing Tumbling? I don't know, Chris. I didn't actually watch that. By any chance, Joey, did you see Tumbling for Dark?
I did not check.
Yeah, no, we were so into the game of what action is going on. We totally, we totally forgot that, I believe.
Hey guys.
Hello, man.
Oh man, you won our heart with 1 TC, 41 pop, Eddie style, do not give a fuck, going to a guy with 3 TCs who is 120 30 pop and smashing him to 60 pop. Oh, that was one of the most magically entertaining game, and the whole chat went full crazy that what the hell are we watching here?
I should have won it, man.
You have if you push properly a little bit more and you transition to something that kills those pikes with scorpions or something, you had that game. Obviously, we would have seen a third game from you both. Anyways, I will let Joey ask all the questions because he really wants to go for it. Go ahead, Joey.
All right.
So on the second game, I would like to know why did you decide to go just 1 TC and 3 or 4 stables production? What was your plan behind this?
Nah, to be honest, I was expecting a Siege Tower Archer Rush, so I wanted to be prepared for that, and afterwards I was planning to push him with Knights. And I did what I wanted to do, but I thought I had time to just stay back and boom a little bit, but I should have just kept pushing, and maybe I could have won that way.
Okay. And but you was still 1 TC for a long time. Why did you not put on just another TC, maybe 2 TC? I mean, you don't really need so much more food eco to keep producing 1 more TC.
Yeah, I mean,
he had like 50 more villagers than you.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game, it was a little bit laggy, so I lost a villager. And at that point, I was just, just wanted to be over with. So I thought maybe I could just do a 1 TC push and win it. I wasn't planning on doing that at the beginning of the game, but at the time, it seemed like the right thing to do.
Okay. So I have a question for Dynamite now. What did you expect your opponent to do after he cleaned up all your monks and just your forward? You was expecting him to just stay on the map without to rush you, or what was the plan there? And why did you go crossbow, is not pike?
1 second.
Sure.
The plan was expand my economy to protect it and I thought about rush his castle. I need something to counter his X-Men's. I think archers are good.
Yeah, sure,
So
but
I did.
you did see that he has like I don't know, maybe 20 knights, something like that. You did not
I had
expect
a lot
like
of
a ram
knights.
push or even a castle there. You don't think a siege workshop would make more sense in that case? Maybe some mango, something like that, just to make sure you cannot break in your base in.
I didn't know what he's doing. I thought he's just booming and not collecting his main gold. I thought I will rush him, and then just 20 knights came.
Yeah, but I mean, you have seen all those knights because you was forwarding him. You was doing a siege workshop there. You had like 4 monks, and he just came with like 15 knights. You was not expecting it to come on your base with those knights.
Uh, I did a whole. Yes, I didn't expect him to go in. That
Okay,
was bad for my economy. I lost a
interesting.
lot of bills, but
Yeah,
still,
you dropped like
I had
50
more.
or even more villas, man. But well, you
I think I
reboomed
still have
really
more.
fast and really well. That was pretty
That's what I
surprise
did.
to me.
I just expand like plus 11 TCs and boom, boom, boom.
No, it was a really nice game, guys. I enjoyed it, and of course, Zik too. I think.
Oh, I think
And,
not me, everyone in the world who was watching this was like, wait, what is going on? 41 pop, and then the other guy goes from 140 whatever to like 60 pop in like a minute. I do have one question for the first game for actually for Dark here. Dark, the first game seemed more like Arabia with walls, the way you were playing it.
Yes.
Did you actually have that in mind? That you actually were like, all right, I'll play literally Arabia with this guy because I can abuse his map? Because sadly, his map was terrible. Absolutely terrible map.
Yes, yes, yes. I pick Incas. I think about Rush, and I decided when I saw his main gold and 2 stones in one side.
yeah, but I
So
think you scouted this after you clicked up. So you did scout only the main gold and later, a little bit later, the
The
main stone.
stone.
So I was pretty sure you decided to trash without to see how bad it's map real.
I'm just lucky.
Well,
Okay.
even with luck, you played absolutely great. And as I said, Evo should have had the second game in his bag, and we should be watching a third game right now. But unfortunately, you needed a little bit more something very early. Like I was debating that why did you go up to him? Because that got you nothing. You gave him that much time to get back to 100 pop. Right, Joey?
Sorry, I did not. I was writing.
I said, uh, like when Evo decided to click up to Imp after he did that huge damage, this is the same amount of resources. He could have made the same number of knights again, or a mix of scorpions, or whatever again. Or even at that time, he had a castle. He could have done some
Yes,
X-Men.
true.
And actually, instead of going up, he could have just killed his opponent instantly while his opponent was struggling with 60 pop. But when you decided to click up, that was like 3 to 4 minutes of transition that you saved a little resources and click up. That 4 minute gave him 6 TCs and back to 90 pop.
Yeah, sure, but he had a lot of
Yes.
pikes, of course. So don't forget about
Yeah,
this.
but he had a castle. All he needed was 10 X-Men, make the same number of, cavalier, knights in the back and just dump it on him. And doesn't even matter. Even if he keeps losing, just keep producing until the other guy's out of the game. Because at that time, your villager counts were equal. This is the most surprising thing I'm saying. equal. With 1 TC and 3 TC, it was equal. You really did such an amazing
maybe
job.
2 more stables could have been an option.
Yep.
Stables that castle some X-Men and just a castle each. Yeah, why not?
Yes,
I think
agree.
it could work in that case.
Anyways, guys, I will take a very short break. You guys can continue about your Civ picks, like why and what you picked. Joey would probably have a few questions on that. I will be back very soon, and then right away we are going to have Magic Rusher and King Marv tournament. So I will be back. If you excuse me, Joey and guys, thank you for playing. I'll be back in just 2 minutes. I will let the stream running behind us. So just 1 moment. I'll be back.
No problem, man.
Go ahead, Joey. Ask your questions.
I would like to know about the Civ Trap. Why did you pick Franks? What's your plan behind this?
My plan was to just basically castle rush him if I had to. Actually, in the second game, I was thinking about making as you mentioned, making a couple of, as Wonder mentioned, making a couple of X-Men and just keep pushing and dropping more castles.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think I had the economy to keep producing both Knights and X-Men. So I thought if I clicked up and I should have like 5 or 6 minutes to reboom a little bit. So I did some TCs, but I didn't think he could reboom back into the game that fast. And I also wanted to take control of the map, Franks, in case he wanted to have Monk Crush or something, the scouts, and with the farming bonus.
That sure makes sense.
Yeah, but his Monk Crush was a little bit slow, so.
Yeah, that's because he did not really a Monk Crush. He just did the 2TC on the back. He was going for the relics, and then he just decided to put the Siege of Shop forward and just pressure with some monks. I think he had like 4 monks, not more. 4 monks, maybe 1 mangonel, something like that. He did not invest that much, and that's why he was ahead in economy. He had so much villages more because he did instantly the 2TC. Denchi style, I will say.
I was hoping he would invest more in Monk Crush. I was prepared for
it. Yeah, I've seen. Another question for Dark, actually. Why did you ban Byzantines?
Because Byzantines is top 1 Civ.
Okay. So you prefer to
no counter.
Okay. The interesting choice because I think it was the first time on this tournament that one player banned Byzantines. So that's why I'm asking. Yeah, of course they are really good civilization. You can do a lot of things with them. They also have really good Monk Crush, cheaper uptime, cheaper units, a lot of units, and
Byzantines fee and Monk Rush. I think it's very hard to counter. I don't know even how. That's why I banned them.
Yeah, I think they are a little bit underrated, and they have even one of the best Monk Rush in my opinion because of the EL bonus from the monks. I mean, you can in a monk fight if you have like 5 like Kev and you convert 3, you can still fight there and just EL your units. You know what I mean? I think they are really strong just on this.
Yes.
That's why I like them. I was expecting you to pick Spanish, honestly, because I've seen you sometime playing Spanish. One time against me, I guess. It was a 1v1, I was Britain, you Spanish, and you played really well with them. That's why I was expecting it.
Yes, I know.
I think he picked Spanish, no?
Yeah, he picked Spanish, but he did not
wasn't his first.
I think, I thought like Spanish counter every Civ he has. That's why I will play the last game.
You was just preparing Spanish for the eventually last game, okay?
Yes.
That means you prefer Spanish over Portuguese in Castle Age.
Spanish, of course.
Yeah, they have more mobility. I mean, yeah, I prefer them too. I mean, the organs are really strong. Maybe stronger than Kongs, in my opinion, but you just have so much mobility with Kongs. And you also have really good monks, too. And yeah, I think it's the best options in this case. Malians, Portuguese. So, well, guys, I have not questions anymore. I think our friend Zik will not come back soon.
No, I'm here. I'm already here. I was already here.
You are here? Okay,
yeah, no,
okay,
I
okay.
just did not want to interrupt you guys. We have the next game in like 5 to 10 minutes. Marv just needed a little bit of time to eat, and so do I. I'm also already eating my sandwich as well.
Kebab are you eating, man?
I am eating chicken kebab, absolutely. Which I believe the real kebab is with beef, but chicken is as good as possible. Let's take a very, very short break for 10 minutes, and we will be back for our Magic Rusher versus King Marv. The moment they're back from this their break, we can start right over. Thank you guys so much for playing.
All right.
And remember, it's not over. There's a whole losers bracket where I have been sitting from day one. So we'll see you over there.
Thanks for the game.
Thank you for the games, guys. It was really fun to see.
Perfect.
And, see you next time.
Yeah,
Bye
see you
bye.
soon, boys.
Thank you,
Bye bye.
Wonder.
Thank you. Bye bye.
See ya.